In the near future, Earth hangs perilously on the edge of destruction. A massive alien fleet descends from the heavens, led by the formidable General Zaltor, a being known for his ruthlessness and advanced technology. His arrival triggers panic and chaos across the globe, igniting fears of annihilation. The aliens, with their sleek ships and superior firepower, cast an ominous shadow over Earth, forcing humanity to confront the reality of their impending doom. Zaltor, unimpressed by Earth's defenses, scoffs at the idea that these primitive beings could offer any meaningful resistance. To him, humanity is a mere blip in the vast cosmos, a species unworthy of consideration. As the aliens prepare to invade, they issue a challenge. Any human soldier brave enough to face Zaltor in single combat may prove humanity's worth. The broadcast echoes across the planet, igniting a mix of fear and outrage among Earth's inhabitants. Governments scramble to respond, yet their efforts are futile in the face of such overwhelming force. Military leaders debate strategies, but doubts linger about their efficacy against an enemy that boasts weapons and technology beyond comprehension. In a small command center, Sergeant Mia Chin monitors the chaotic broadcasts. She has built a reputation as a skilled soldier, known for her strategic mind and unwavering determination. But today, doubt clouds her thoughts. Mia's heart aches as she thinks of her family and friends, the world she has sworn to protect. Despite her combat experience, she feels the weight of the challenge hanging over her like a dark cloud. In the midst of the turmoil, Mia's resolve begins to crystallize. She has seen the best and worst of humanity, the strength of bonds forged in adversity, and the unyielding spirit of those who refuse to yield. As the challenge spreads across the globe, reactions vary. Some view it as an opportunity to fight back, while others succumb to despair. The media fuels the frenzy, showcasing rallies and protests both for and against the challenge. Many soldiers volunteer to take on Zaltor, eager to protect their home and loved ones. However, deep inside, Mia feels a sense of foreboding. She knows that facing Zaltor alone may not just be a test of strength but also a battle of wits. Mia reflects on her training, her journey from a bright-eyed recruit to a seasoned warrior. She remembers the countless drills, the late nights spent strategizing with her comrades. But now, those memories serve only to amplify her doubts. Could she truly stand against a being as powerful as Zaltor? As she contemplates her choices, the thought of her family drives her. They are counting on her to protect them, to fight for their future. As the days pass, the atmosphere shifts. The world watches, hearts racing, as the day of the challenge approaches. Mia, feeling an overwhelming sense of responsibility, steps forward to volunteer. Her decision resonates with her comrades, igniting a flicker of hope among the despairing masses. She is not just fighting for herself but for all of humanity. The announcement of her acceptance sends shockwaves through the command center. Her fellow soldiers rally around her, offering support and encouragement. Yet, beneath the camaraderie, whispers of doubt linger. Mia can sense their fear, their hesitation. They know the odds stacked against her, but her resolve ignites a spark of determination in their hearts. In that moment, Mia embraces her role as humanity's champion, ready to face the formidable alien general. As she prepares for the battle ahead, Mia trains relentlessly. She studies every detail of Zaltor's capabilities, analyzing footage of his previous confrontations with lesser beings. Her training evolves from physical prowess to mental fortitude. She understands that defeating Zaltor will require more than brute strength. It demands cunning and resourcefulness. Mia's preparation culminates in a final briefing with her fellow soldiers. They gather in a dimly lit room, tension thick in the air. She feels the weight of their expectations and fears pressing down on her. With a steady voice, she addresses them, rallying their spirits and reinforcing their unity. "We fight for each other. We fight for humanity," she declares, her conviction palpable. Her words resonate, reminding them all of the stakes at hand. As the day of the challenge dawns, anticipation grips the world. News networks broadcast the event, drawing millions of viewers. The arena, set aboard the alien mothership, looms like a dark cloud against the backdrop of Earth. With her heart racing, Mia steps forward, determined to prove her worth and the strength of humanity. The arena awaits, and so does her destiny. She knows that in this moment, she stands not just as a soldier but as a beacon of hope for all of humanity. The day arrives, and a hush falls over the world as General Zaltor broadcasts his challenge to humanity. His voice, booming and authoritative, reverberates across the globe, mocking the very essence of human strength. "I will grant any human soldier the opportunity to face me in single combat," he declares, his alien visage flickering on screens worldwide. "Prove your worth, or kneel before your conqueror." His arrogance drips from every word, echoing in the hearts of those who watch, instilling fear and outrage in equal measure. Across continents, chaos erupts. Governments scramble to respond, attempting to organize a coordinated defense, but fear clouds their judgment. Military leaders gather in urgent meetings, their discussions frantic yet disorganized. The challenge becomes a focal point for humanity, a pivotal moment that will determine their fate. Despite their best efforts, they can only muster a half-hearted plan, their strategies feeling pitiful in comparison to the might of Zaltor's forces. In the command center, Mia watches the unfolding chaos, her heart heavy with the weight of responsibility. As a soldier, she has faced danger before, but this feels different. The challenge ignites a fire within her, pushing her to the edge of despair and determination. She reflects on her family, on the faces of those she loves, and knows that she cannot stand by while they are threatened. Her mind races as she considers the implications of accepting Zaltor's challenge. Doubt creeps in, but it is overshadowed by a fierce desire to protect. A flicker of hope ignites within her as she recalls the camaraderie among her fellow soldiers, the unbreakable bonds formed through shared struggles. As the news spreads, reactions vary. Some feel motivated to join the fight, while others sink into despair. Social media buzzes with opinions and debates, revealing a divided populace, unsure of their chances against the might of the alien invaders. Days pass, and the world watches as volunteers step forward, driven by the desire to combat the alien threat. Yet Mia feels a tug in her heart, an urge to take on the challenge herself. The decision weighs heavily on her. It's not just a matter of pride but a necessity for her own peace of mind. She knows that if she stands back now, she may never forgive herself. With a determined breath, she steps forward, announcing her intent to face Zaltor. The command center falls silent as her words hang in the air. She feels the gazes of her comrades upon her, a mixture of admiration and concern swirling among them. Some cheer her bravery, while others glance at one another, uncertainty etched on their faces. Mia acknowledges their fear, but her conviction cuts through the tension. She understands that this is not just a challenge for her, it is a chance for humanity to rally together and show their strength. As the announcement of her acceptance reverberates through the command center, Mia is met with a wave of emotions. Her fellow soldiers begin to rally around her, offering their support and encouragement. In the days leading up to the battle, camaraderie flourishes among them. They engage in training sessions, honing their skills, and exchanging strategies, all while Mia stands at the forefront. Each session becomes a mix of anxiety and exhilaration, her fellow soldiers feeding off her determination. Mia dives deep into her preparations, poring over footage of Zaltor's previous fights. She meticulously studies his movements, analyzing every tactic employed against weaker opponents. The challenge transforms from a physical contest into a mental game. As she trains, she balances her physical conditioning with mental fortitude. The focus shifts from merely surviving the encounter to outsmarting her alien adversary. She knows that brute strength alone will not suffice against a being of Zaltor's caliber. In the quiet moments between training, Mia reflects on her motivations. Her family, her friends, they are all at stake. She recalls the fear in her mother's eyes when she first heard about the invasion and the determination in her father's voice as he urged her to protect their home. These memories fuel her resolve, reminding her why she fights. She gathers her fellow soldiers, speaking passionately about unity and strength in the face of adversity. "We are more than individuals, we are a collective force," she asserts. Her words resonate, igniting a shared sense of purpose among her comrades. As the day of the challenge approaches, anticipation grips the world. News networks broadcast the event live, drawing millions of viewers, their eyes glued to screens in anxious hope. The arena, perched atop the alien mothership, looms ominously against the backdrop of Earth. With each passing moment, Mia's heart pounds harder, yet her determination solidifies. She understands that this battle is not just for her own survival but for every person on Earth. In the final moments before the battle, Mia stands before her fellow soldiers, their faces a mixture of fear and admiration. She knows the stakes. She can feel the weight of humanity resting on her shoulders, a heavy burden that she willingly accepts. With a steady breath, she looks into their eyes, channeling her determination into a rallying cry. We may be small, but we are mighty. We fight for each other. We fight for our home. Her words reverberate, filling the room with a sense of solidarity and hope. As she readies herself for the battle ahead, Mia feels a blend of anxiety and excitement coursing through her veins. The moment has arrived for her to prove her worth, to show that humanity can rise to the occasion. She steps forward, determined to face the challenge head-on. This is her chance to demonstrate the strength of the human spirit, to shatter the alien general's misconceptions. With one last look back at her comrades, Mia knows she is not alone. She is armed with the courage of those she fights for, ready to take on whatever Zaltor has in store. The arena awaits her, and with it, the opportunity to change the fate of humanity. The atmosphere in the arena is electric, charged with anticipation and dread. As Mia steps into the colossal chamber, her heart races. Surrounding her are towering alien spectators, their eyes glowing with curiosity and disdain. The alien architecture is imposing, crafted from sleek metal and shimmering lights that pulse ominously. The tension is palpable, and she can feel the weight of their collective judgment bearing down on her. To them, she is merely a human, insignificant and weak. Zaltor stands at the center of the arena, his presence commanding and formidable. His scaled skin glistens, reflecting the eerie light of the arena. He looks down upon her with a smirk, his confidence radiating. You dare challenge me? He booms, his voice echoing through the chamber. Prepare to witness the futility of your kind. His words send a ripple of laughter through the alien crowd, further fueling Mia's determination. As the fight begins, Zaltor lunges at Mia with surprising speed. She barely dodges his first strike, a powerful swing meant to incapacitate her. The force of his movement creates a gust that almost knocks her off her feet. Regaining her balance, Mia remembers her training. This is not just a battle of strength, it's a contest of wits. She needs to be smarter than her opponent, to anticipate his moves and counter effectively. With a quick sidestep, she evades another blow, this time aiming for Zaltor's flank. Her fist connects with his side, but it feels like hitting a wall. He barely flinches, and she realizes just how much she's underestimated his physical prowess. Undeterred, she starts to circle him, searching for weaknesses while staying alert for his counterattacks. Each missed strike ignites a flicker of doubt, but she shakes it off, focusing on the moment. Zaltor taunts her, confident in his superiority. Is this your best? You humans are all talk, he bellows, his laughter ringing through the arena. Mia feels anger boiling within her. The stakes are higher than her pride. She fights for her planet, for everyone who believes in her. As the taunts continue, she channels that anger into her movements, refusing to let his words diminish her spirit. The battle rages on, with Zaltor launching a series of relentless attacks. Mia's agility is her only advantage, allowing her to evade and weave between his powerful strikes. She notes the patterns in his movements, the slight hesitation before he launches a heavy blow. Recognizing this, she starts to plan her next move, focusing on countering rather than purely evading. As she watches, Mia spots a flaw in Zaltor's fighting style. He is powerful, but he relies on brute force. With every strike, he leaves openings that she can exploit. In a moment of inspiration, she fakes a retreat, drawing him in. He lunges, and in that split second, she pivots, using her momentum to deliver a swift kick to his knee. The impact sends him stumbling, and Mia seizes the opportunity to follow up with a series of rapid punches. Zaltor's surprise is evident, but it quickly transforms into rage. He retaliates, swinging his arm wildly, but Mia ducks and rolls out of the way. The crowd gasps at her agility. For the first time, they see a hint of the human spirit. Fueled by their reaction, Mia gains confidence. Each dodge and feint is deliberate, transforming her fear into fierce determination. The tide begins to shift as Mia capitalizes on Zaltor's growing frustration. He grows more reckless, and she anticipates his next move. As he charges forward, she sidesteps and strikes, landing a solid blow to his torso. Zaltor roars in anger, but Mia remains focused. She feels the energy of the crowd pushing her forward, each cheer fueling her resolve. As the battle progresses, Mia realizes she can't rely solely on brute force or agility. She must outsmart Zaltor, using strategy over strength. She begins to incorporate the environment into her tactics, using the arena's structure to her advantage. She leads him toward a section with uneven footing, hoping to force a misstep. In a critical moment, Zaltor charges, but Mia deftly maneuvers to the side, and he stumbles on the uneven ground. Seizing the opportunity, she delivers a quick jab to his head, causing him to stagger. The arena erupts into cheers, the humans watching from Earth rallying behind her. The realization that she can turn the tide ignites a fire within her. With renewed vigor, Mia launches a series of calculated attacks, mixing strikes to the torso with feints aimed at his head. She recognizes that Zaltor is becoming increasingly frustrated, and with each blow she lands, she feels her confidence swell. But she knows she must remain vigilant. One mistake could be fatal. Zaltor roars, attempting to regain control. He unleashes a powerful energy blast from his weapon, but Mia anticipates the move and dives to the side. The energy blast hits the arena wall, creating a massive explosion that sends debris flying. For a moment, chaos erupts, and Mia uses the distraction to catch her breath. As the dust settles, Mia spots a flaw in Zaltor's weapon, an exposed power core. The realization strikes her. This is her chance to turn the battle in her favor. With adrenaline coursing through her veins, she devises a plan. She needs to lure him into a vulnerable position, one where she can target that core. Mia resumes her offensive, but this time she's more strategic. She feigns weakness, pretending to tire, hoping to bait Zaltor into underestimating her again. The alien general, sensing victory, lunges at her, his weapon aimed to deliver a devastating blow. At the last moment, Mia sidesteps, and with all her strength, she delivers a powerful kick to the exposed power core. The impact reverberates through the arena as Zaltor howls in pain. Energy surges through his body, and for a moment, time seems to freeze. The crowd goes silent, and then erupts into cheers as Mia steps back, watching in disbelief as the alien general falters. The tide has turned, and she realizes she has proven herself against the most formidable opponent she has ever faced. In that moment of triumph, Mia knows she has not just fought for her life, she has fought for every human who ever felt powerless. The cheers from the crowd fuel her spirit, reminding her that she is not alone. The battle may not be over, but she has shown that humanity can stand tall against its oppressors. The arena erupts into chaos as the dust settles from Mia's final strike. General Zaltor stumbles back, his powerful frame swaying as he clutches his injured core. A stunned silence blankets the alien spectators, disbelief etched on their faces. For the first time, they witness a human not just survive but fight back with cunning and skill. The cheers from Earth drown out Zaltor's roar of fury, igniting a flicker of hope in the hearts of millions. Mia stands her ground, heart racing, fully aware that this is a pivotal moment not just for her but for humanity. The general's arrogance has blinded him to the resilience of the human spirit. As she watches him regain his footing, she prepares for what comes next. The realization hits her. She has shown the aliens that humans are capable of much more than they could ever imagine. With a furious bellow, Zaltor regains his composure. "You think this changes anything?" he snarls, his voice a deep growl that reverberates through the arena. "You are still outmatched. I will crush you!" His threat lingers in the air, but Mia feels a surge of confidence. The tide has turned, she has proven herself in front of the galaxy. As Zaltor charges again, Mia anticipates his every move, using her agility to dodge and weave. She can see the frustration building within him, and she knows she must keep him off balance. Drawing on every ounce of her training, she begins to strike with precision, landing blows that make the crowd roar in approval. Each punch connects with a purpose, each movement fueled by the belief that she is fighting not just for herself, but for every human who has ever felt powerless. Zaltor, in his rage, becomes reckless. He swings wildly, attempting to overpower her, but Mia remains composed. She recalls her training, where the instructors emphasize the importance of patience and strategy. This is a battle of wits as much as it is of strength. With calculated feints and agile dodges, she draws him deeper into the arena, away from his weaponry. As the fight progresses, the energy in the arena shifts. The alien spectators, once filled with disdain, begin to murmur amongst themselves. The tide is turning. They are witnessing something extraordinary. A human, against all odds, is standing her ground. Mia feels the energy radiating from the audience, their hopes intertwining with her determination. She realizes that she is not just fighting for survival but for the pride of her species. In a decisive moment, Zaltor lunges forward, attempting to land a devastating blow. Mia sidesteps and counters with a powerful kick to his midsection, causing him to stagger once again. "This is for Earth!" she shouts, her voice rising above the chaos. The crowd erupts into cheers, the sound echoing throughout the arena. With each connection she makes, the cheers grow louder, building a wave of support that fuels her resolve. As Zaltor regroups, Mia spots the flaw in his armor, the vulnerable energy core she had previously aimed for. The arena shakes with the intensity of their battle, and she knows this is her chance to end it. Drawing on her training and experience, she prepares for one final, decisive attack. She must time it perfectly. A single misstep could cost her everything. With a deep breath, Mia feigns exhaustion, luring Zaltor into a false sense of security. He approaches with confidence, believing he can finally overpower her. In a swift motion, she spins around and delivers a brutal kick to his power core, a blow that sends shockwaves through the arena. The energy surges, and Zaltor howls in pain, collapsing to his knees. For a moment, silence envelopes the arena. Mia stands over him, chest heaving, as the crowd erupts into deafening applause. She can hardly believe it. She has taken down a being that was once considered invincible. But her victory isn't just a personal triumph, it symbolizes humanity's resilience against overwhelming odds. As Zaltor falls, the aliens in the crowd begin to shift. Their jeers of derision turn to murmurs of astonishment. They are witnessing the very essence of what it means to be human, the ability to rise, to adapt, and to fight back. The atmosphere is electric as Mia raises her arms in victory, acknowledging the support of her fellow soldiers and the millions watching on Earth. Yet, in the midst of her triumph, Zaltor's eyes burn with fury. "This isn't over, human!" he growls, the menace in his voice unmistakable. "You have only delayed the inevitable. I will return!" His words hang ominously in the air, but Mia stands firm, unwavering. "You may return, but you will find us ready. You underestimated us once, don't make the same mistake again," she retorts, her voice steady. The crowd roars in response, rallying behind her defiance. Mia turns to her comrades, their faces a mixture of disbelief and pride. She knows this moment will resonate across the globe, igniting a fire of resistance within humanity. They are no longer seen as helpless. They are warriors, capable of challenging even the mightiest foes. As she exits the arena, the weight of her victory sinks in. Mia understands that her fight is far from over. The world has changed. She has given humanity a beacon of hope. This victory, while monumental, is just the beginning. The aliens may regroup, but they now face a united front. Back on Earth, celebrations erupt. News networks broadcast her victory, highlighting the courage of a single human soldier who dared to stand against tyranny. Mia becomes a symbol of hope, inspiring countless others to take up arms in defense of their home. Her name spreads like wildfire, a rallying cry for the resistance movement that is beginning to form across the globe. In the weeks that follow, Mia embraces her role as a leader. She trains new recruits, sharing her experiences and strategies. Each day, the resistance grows stronger, fueled by the belief that they can defy the odds. The people are inspired. They have seen the power of one individual and the strength of unity. As the threat of Zaltor looms over them, Mia knows that they must prepare for the challenges ahead. But with every drill, every plan laid, she feels the spirit of humanity surging within her. They are more than a collection of individuals. They are a force to be reckoned with. The fight for Earth has only just begun, and together, they will show the universe the true strength of humanity.